Welcome back. Long time no see. Probably been about 5 minutes. I am Jordan. I am joined today by Malcolm, and we are the Critic Corp. We are returning already because we needed to talk to you about a movie so badly that we just couldn't wait. This one is Amsterdam, directed by David O. Russell, starring Christian Bale, John David Washington, Margot Robbie, literally everybody else. This
Everybody,
cast is
and
kind
mama,
of loaded.
everybody and their mama who ain't on this is on it.
Yeah.
That shit.
If you
It
don't
was well. I'll start this one. I'll start this one.
yeah, you go
It
on,
was
man. You take it.
Amsterdam. Amsterdam, it was well anticipated. I expected a little bit more from like the storyline, the plot. Whoever directed it and wrote it was a I don't know. I don't know where his head was, but the actors were, A1. They had tremendous amount of stars. Um, they all did well. They played their part well. It all tied in pretty good. It felt like it should have been more than what it was. Um, like the whole story was they tried to over like complicate it. They tried to make it more complex than what it was. It
Yeah, they
kind of reminded me of like see how they run, but a little bit more, a little bit more drama to it. Then less humor. See how they run was was like comical. It was so funny. It was good though. It was good. But besides that point, yeah, John David Washington as Harold, Christian Bale as Bert was a good duo. They were like two peas in a pie. I love how Mar was it Margaret Robbie was tagging along with them throughout the piecer and like tried to get her little dues in, even though she wasn't like a big part of their mystery, but she was at the same time. Um, I wish that they explained a little bit more better of like the gist of things of where they were going with everything. They did kind of towards the end, but it felt like it was all like just one closed book, like rush type of deal. Um, I'll let my co-host Jordy give his spiel.
all right. So I'm gonna second your sentiments on the story and some of the writing, but I think the reason we all came here is because of this cast, and this cast fucking delivers, man. Like my biggest standout of the movie, as it is with every movie, this guy's in Christian Bale. He steals the show for me. He cracked me the fuck up the entire movie. And when he first starts out, you can think, oh, is he going to be annoying throughout this movie? But he never is. He's charming. He's endearing. I love his character. His character is genuinely just a good fucking person. Like the friendship between the three are is charming as hell between John David Washington, Harold, Valerie, and Bert. You see the flashbacks of them becoming friends back in Amsterdam after
Mm-hmm.
First World War, and a lot of the flashbacks do pay off. But it also feels like we were stuck in the flashback for like the first half of the movie almost, or
Yeah.
like a third, and it really felt jarring.
Yeah.
And once you got back to like the current time, you're like, oh yeah, this is going on. And I honestly would have rather had just seen their friendship in Amsterdam and just gone off
Uh-huh.
that. But I do get you have to have a story, and this is somewhat loosely based on true events. I don't know what was true or not in this movie because you can tell a lot of stuff's over exaggerated. Um, the one person I loved seeing in this that we hardly get to see nowadays, Mike
Like,
Myers. He's yup, the eyeball
yeah.
maker and the glass dude. He's also an MI6 agent. He cracked me up. Him and Michael Shannon together were just hilarious as the two agents that were under the cover and stuff. They had a really good dynamic and chemistry. Who else was in this?
Robert De Niro had me dead.
Oh,
General
Robert De Niro.
General
How can I
General
forget? He was hilarious in this.
call me General. Please call me General. His wife was like, "Yeah, I call him General on the weekdays." She's like, "What do you call him on the weekends?"
That's private.
I think that's private. What do you mean?
I will also say the one downfall with this movie having so many big actors is I almost wanted to see more from each character. But obviously, in a 2 hour and 14-minute movie, it's going to be hard to give them all a ton of time. Like, they already were trying to stretch it with all these different characters. But for me, it was a really good time. A few times that I thought they needed to pick up the pace. I think this movie should have been like an hour and 45, hour and 50. I feel like there was a lot of fluff throughout that was kind of unnecessary. But overall, I had a really good time with this one. Um, do you got anything else to add to it, or do we want to give our final thoughts already?
I mean, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we really did get our point across. I mean, it was just like we were like, come on, we were watching it, like, come on, get to the gist of things. What is the main plot here? Like,
I
it
found,
it it, it most definitely got dragged out a little bit longer than it should have. It should have been like a 2 hour movie or a little bit under 2 hour.
see,
Shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been no almost 2.5 hours. Like it
with
was.
me, I'm in a really weird spot with this movie because I feel like if they would have just focused on their friendship and like kind of ended it with this and not made it the crux of the story, I feel like this could have been an easy 2.5 hour movie. But once you do jump from that Amsterdam timeline back into the like current time, I feel
Current
like
plot.
I feel like it became redundant because I kind of figured out where they were going with the mystery within the first conversation of the mystery starting, I guess. When they're at the one mansion, you're just like,
Yep.
well, you did it. You're giving me all these answers, but at the same time, giving me no answers. So you're kind of beating around the bush. And it was Rami Malek, so I already had was suspect of him because I had just watched No Time to Die the other day. He's a good
I
villain.
I kind I kind of had a feeling, once Libby was like trying to force Valerie, like just go away, get out of here, get out of here, like she was just like trying to be
Yeah, they
controlling. I'm
did
like,
kind of streamline that and make it obvious. So, like I said, you're here to see the actors and actresses all giving great performances, and they fucking do. Like, this cast was ridiculously talented. Just felt like it was slow at some parts. The runtime was a little long for the story that they were telling. So I'm gonna go with my final grade on this one. I'm gonna go with a C on this. I thought all the actors are what made this like really entertaining. I thought they gave stellar performances, but I wasn't like tied into the story. I was just along with these characters for the ride.
yeah, for the acting
Mhm.
earlier. I think I agree with you. It wasn't the greatest storyline, but I'll give it a solid. I'll give it a B minus. I'll give it a B minus. B minus. Nothing more, nothing less.
All
Cause it
right.
was, 'cause it was like, yeah, like for all those actors to be in it, it was like I said, it was anticipated. Like they hyped this up, and it didn't meet the hype as much as it should have. The actors were there, but the plot wasn't.
110% agreed. 110% agreed. Well, those are our thoughts on Amsterdam. What did you think of the movie? We are going to be doing another review here shortly of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. We are going to keep these videos coming at you this weekend and hopefully through next week pretty good. We're trying to get back going on this. We've been away for a few weeks. So it's been hard to get everybody here recording at the same time. So bear with us. What do you want to see us review next? Comment below. And always like and subscribe somewhere down here or to the
Discord,
sides of the
Discord.
option. Who knows? But yeah, we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for coming.